is Luke Cogliano, and this is the LLiveshow. So I saw Your Highness this week, and I'm just gonna review one movie, and and as I told you guys last week, I'm not gonna be doing a show next week, and I've decided to actually skip 2 weeks instead of just one. So I will uh, have an episode for you. I won't have an episode for you guys next week and the week after, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. So make sure to come back then, and I'll have a bunch of great new reviews then. So let's dive into this one. This had quite an awesome concept for a movie. The fact that it was kind of a play on a realistic fantasy and just throwing in a lot of great humor and making it outrageous and just showing how fantasies kind of can kind of be played with a lot and turn around. And in this film, they work every side, they work every angle, and they make everything really hilarious. The jokes in this movie are really clever, and I think because they did a lot of improv for this film, it just made it feel a little more. It kept the pace really well, and it didn't feel as choked as some other comedies of uh, the past couple of years, and it really stood out to me in that sense. And because they did such a great job with this improv, it really, you can never even notice it, and you feel like this was just something that they went by the book completely all the way through, even though it's pretty much just them having fun and them doing a movie they really wanted to enjoy. So that's a real tip of the hat to the whole cast and crew, because they made quite an excellent film with being as original as possible, and it just made a great. They all just made a really great movie. And I was completely surprised by this film. I was expecting a lot from it, and it totally delivered in every sense. And I was overjoyed to see this movie in its entirety at last. Chemistry between all the characters is really great. They spent a lot of time because most of this was had a lot of actor director input. There was so much space for for the actors to do whatever they wanted with the characters and kind of make them their own, and all of them really stand out as themselves. All the actors really stand out as themselves in this film and don't feel to be like playing sort of kind of unrealistic parts, and that really worked for this. And the way the whole story is set up is really great for the characters too, and it just the whole thing really fit together quite well, and it just made that it made the movie a lot better it made the movie great to watch. So it was, and so yes, it was just absolute unbelievable. It was just a very believable kind of portrayal of that all of these actors did. Story revolves around these two brothers, Dane McBride's character and James Franco's character, and they are sent on a quest to get James Franco's wife to be. And I thought that all of their encounters on their quest were just really adventurous, and uh, there was a lot of variety in what they had to go through, and the whole process of uh, first getting the sword that they needed to get and all that kind of stuff. And they worked in a lot of interesting creatures and a lot of interesting sets. So that was definitely really cool to see. And the whole thing looked like a fantasy movie. It looked like something it looked like a Lord of the Rings film. You could all the details were really nice. A lot of uh, the camera shots were great. They really made this film look like a very serious and very authentic fantasy film. And because it all looked so great, it just added to the hilarity of the entire movie. Now, I've only seen Danny McBride do a few smaller things. I haven't seen Eastbound Down, which I know he's highly praised for. I've always wanted to watch it. But whenever I've seen him, he usually plays smaller characters. So I thought this was a movie that he really needed. It was something that definitely proves that he has a lot of acting chops. He's ready to take on lead roles like this and uh, hold a movie on his own. He does a great job in this. He knows what kind of characters he can play, and this is one that he does very well. And I was just completely impressed by his whole performance, uh, his kind of presence in the whole movie was really great. You were always laughing. Uh, all the also the person who plays Lazar, he was outstanding. Uh, his angle on this evil wizard character was just so hilarious. Uh, every time he was in a scene, I would just go off the walls laughing. He was just perfect, and because the whole cast was organized so well, it was just, as I said, the whole thing just worked really well because all of them really had so much input on what they could do, and that just made this film really great. It's definitely funnier than most movies I've seen in a while, so it's something I totally recommend. It's not something you have to go see on the big screen if you don't want to right away, but definitely check it out in on demand or on DVD whenever it's released. So go do that, and it's a great time. You should see it with a bunch of friends because you all have a great time and you all laugh together, and it's just one of those movies where you can kind of sit back, relax, and just spend a few hours laughing together, and it's really fun. Definitely go check it out. It's a really great time and you'll totally love it. So that's the end of this episode. I won't be here for the next 2 weeks, but while you guys are waiting for me to come back, definitely go check out everything that's coming out in the next couple weeks and make sure to see everything that you can because there's some good stuff coming out. I might be seeing stuff, but I'm not going to be posting videos, so definitely if you do see something, tell me. You can leave me a comment about that, and as always, you can subscribe up top, you can leave comments down below, and send me a video response if you want to do that. Definitely give me a thumbs up and like this video also. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Make sure to go see as many movies as you can because who doesn't like seeing movies? Can I resist? You cannot resist.